The rarest Myers-Briggs personality type is known for being warm, caring, and insightful. They are often referred to as the advocate because they have a strong sense of right and wrong and always try to do what they believe is the right thing. But like every personality type, the INFJ has their own set of flaws and negative traits that can sometimes hold them back from being the best version of themselves. So what are some of these dark side traits, and how can knowing about them help you become a better INFJ? Number 1. Overthinking things. INFJs will definitely go down the rabbit hole of even the smallest thoughts. INFJs are known for being deep thinkers, and they tend to overanalyze everything that happens around them. While this can be helpful when trying to solve complex problems, it can also cause issues in everyday situations. For example, an INFJ might spend hours analyzing a conversation that they had with someone weeks ago. They may go through every word that was said in their head and try to figure out what it all meant. This can lead to a lot of anxiety and stress, and can make it hard to move on from past experiences. It can also cause them to read too far into things and end up making mountains out of molehills. Number 2. Being overly idealistic. INFJs have a tendency to be overly idealistic. This means that they often have high expectations of themselves and others. While this can be a good thing, since it motivates them to be the best that they can be, it can also cause problems. For example, an INFJ might get so caught up in their own ideals that they fail to see the reality of a situation. This can lead to disappointment and frustration when things don't turn out the way that they want them to. Additionally, their high expectations of others can cause them to come across as judgmental or critical, since they expect everyone to live up to their standards. Number 3. Avoiding confrontation. INFJs are natural peacemakers, and they will often avoid confrontation at all costs. This can be problematic in situations where confrontation is necessary, such as when dealing with a difficult customer at work or standing up for themselves in a relationship. By avoiding conflict, INFJs may send a message that they are weak or that they are not to be respected. Furthermore, suppressing their emotions and going along with things even when they disagree can lead to a build-up of resentment and frustration, which can eventually boil over. Number 4. Being too emotional. INFJs are one of the most emotional personality types, and this can sometimes get them into trouble. When making decisions, they tend to follow their hearts rather than their heads, which can lead them to make impulsive choices that they later regret. They can also be overly sensitive to criticism and take things personally, when in reality it was never personal. Additionally, their strong emotions can be overwhelming to others and make it hard for them to connect on a deeper level. Sometimes people may feel like they relate to the INFJ or understand where they're coming from because their feelings seem too intense or irrational. Number 5. Being the advocate personality type has a strong sense of right and wrong, and this often leads them to be very self. They have high expectations for themselves, and they can be very hard on themselves when they do meet their own standards. This can lead to a lot of stress and anxiety, and can make it hard for them to feel good about themselves. Additionally, their perfectionism can make it hard to finish tasks, since they may spend too much time trying to perfect something and end up never finishing it. Number 6. Becoming overwhelmed easily. INFJs are very sensitive to their environment, and this can make them easily overwhelmed. They can become overloaded by sensory input like loud noises or bright lights, but they can also become overwhelmed by social situations. This is because they take in a lot of information when interacting with others, and they need time to process it all before they can feel comfortable. In social situations, this means that they may need to take breaks from time to time in order to recharge. However, this can be difficult if there is no quiet place to retreat to, or if the INFJ feels like they have to stay in the situation longer than they want to. Number 7. Losing motivation. INFJs are passionate people, and when they find something that they're interested in, they can become completely absorbed in it. They have big dreams and goals, and they work hard to achieve them. But sometimes INFJs can lose motivation, and this can cause them to fall behind in their work or in school. There are several reasons why this can happen. One reason is that INFJs are so used to working hard all the time that when they take a break, they lose their drive and don't know how to get it back. Another reason is that INFJs can get bored easily, and when that happens, they lose interest in whatever it is that they're redoing and motivate themselves to finish it. INFJs may lose motivation when they feel like no one is appreciating their hard work. They need to feel like what they're doing is meaningful and valuable in order to stay motivated. So if they don't feel like anyone is noticing or appreciating their efforts, they can become discouraged and lose their drive. Number 8. Avoiding change. INFJs thrive on routine and stability, and this can make it hard for them to adapt to new situations. They like to know what to expect from day to day, and they feel comfortable when there is a clear plan laid out in front of them. When change is sudden and unexpected, it can be difficult for INFJs to adjust. They need time to process their thoughts and feelings and come to terms with the change before they can move forward. If change is forced upon them before they are ready, INFJs may resist it or become anxious or depressed. Number 9. Being indecisive. INFJs are known for being caring and insightful people, but they can also be indecisive. They have a hard time making decisions because they want to make the right choice. They take their responsibilities seriously, and they want to do what is best for themselves and for those around them. But sometimes the pressure to make the perfect decision can paralyze them and make it hard to choose anything. This can be frustrating for INFJs because they know that they're capable of making good decisions. But they also know that every decision has both risks and rewards, and they need to weigh them carefully before making a choice. Number 10. Having difficulty expressing their needs. INFJs have a hard time asking for what they want. They are natural caretakers, and they feel like they need to take care of everyone else before themselves. They often put the needs of others before their own, and this can lead to resentment. When INFJs don't ask for what they need, they may end up feeling unappreciated and taken advantage of. Additionally, when INFJs don't speak up for themselves, they may end up in situations that make them uncomfortable or unhappy. These are just some of the darker traits that can sometimes appear in the INFJ personality type. Every personality type has its strengths and weaknesses, and it is important to be aware of both in order to grow and develop as a person. If you are an INFJ, you should be aware of these negative traits and work on overcoming them. This will make you a better friend, family member, and significant other. What are your thoughts about the things we've mentioned here? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts, experiences, or suggestions. If you found this video interesting, be sure to hit the like button and share this video with those out there struggling with these dark side traits. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell icon for more new videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.